There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of ever, never, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic source. It's blood. Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not do you really? You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Yes, you're one disco There's this giant ball there. An evil ape, infinitesimally small. You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the... Yes, it is. You lost.
The sound outside. You recognize it. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare cup. It says, whirling in rags. A mirror hangs above a bed. Hot water. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there. As you abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there. Yeah, there is definitely where to even begin. There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's not. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling. Behold, you have no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh, wait. Please stop. It's horrible. You're scared. Oh my God. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You should check yourself for a pulse, because from you find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular, like the rest of you. It comes from a bad place, somewhere in the past. This fan has two chain pull switches. One end, the blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be. You reach out to grab the tie. This is bad. For quite still longer. Finally, the pressure recedes. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. The lights are off. The window stands broken and the morning light hurts your eyes. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy. What do you mean? Assess the damage.
officer.
The young woman raises. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir. I am, yes. Unless you've been here for 3 days. Couldn't say.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
Could it be because of the drinking?
She nods.
There's a mercenary out back. I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit... Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she looks back at you, a light glinting off her eye.
Yes. The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation.
You sure look like you're from...
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranye, another part of the world.
There was the usual ruckus. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from... Oh, yes. Various artists.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. It would appear so. At around a slow, sad song started playing. Like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. Don't be. I was going out later. Then you started screaming and trashed the place. No. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. There was. I think I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Glad to have been of assistance.
A bespeckled if an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world is...
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant.
You realize he's waiting for your name. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little...
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of... It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest. Okay, have you removed the dead body from the tree? So...
This is the first time you detected...
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I can see you drank last night, and if you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, The dead body should be our #1 concern. After you.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card.
Lieutenant Kitsu.
Hello, sir.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
What was with that fucking wink?
I see you are still grieved. You must forgive me. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. You know where we are, right? That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise. How would I even begin to tell you? I haven't seen very many other cities personally. Speaking of history, you know what year it is. Yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take...
Her relief is palpable.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of
Meaning, buying is voting.
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Someone more educated in...
No. I'm not an encyclopedia.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find... Of course, dear.
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns. Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much.
The man does not.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your...
A man in his...
Mr. Gar.
Yes?
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41? Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead...
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who...
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here.
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jam.
But you still know your way around, yeah?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said...
I didn't imply that.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your... His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. She went away because none of your...
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Extra fine.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 100...
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary...
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130... Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or or 8 bottles of potent blend.
There's a shuffle of knives. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay.
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. I'm sorry I couldn't help more.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is but you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. In time or space? That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time.
Yes?
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? Of course. What can I help you with? Of course. Where to? There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment building, the harbor gates, some kind of commotion, some shops and a bridge, the canal bridge just coast. There's a little, it's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. No problem. Me? I am just a gardener. I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some, well, as you...
Don't worry, miss.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Of course.
Before you stands vapor. This must be the infernal. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers. The frequency tableau lights the soft purr.
This is precinct.
Hello, Alice.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a second, officer.
10-2.
A scrawny old man. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received.
Is it him? What does he...
Says he lost his badge and needs to report.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking...
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the... Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
10-4, I hear you, officer.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got...
What's going on?
Super Cop.
He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New Heights...
Ask. Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is. Okay, it's...
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about...
Lying? Over the phone? It's...
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been losing his badge.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold.
Proceed.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to...
Officer? Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one...
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez...
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the Union. Yeah, go on. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Trust me. No. You're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love. What misogyny? You have to act. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love? You're just a...
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer? 57.
In the cabin, you see a metallic...
Take what you need, officer.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The handles are long and the pry bar, useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue. Blue. Lets you see the pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gate. If there ever was such a
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno! Right in the dick!
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free.
Fuck that! The rake! He should throw
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt. You will see.
The language these kids are using. Pure, unfettered id. The corpse, you seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural...
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cops!
There are several footprints in the mud. Left maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots. 1. Standard 2. Standard 3. Hobnail 4. Standard work boot. Number 45. 5. Another 6. Impossible to tell. Could also have been a 7. The glowing outline of a stand 8. And yet another stand.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? 200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying...
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is...
Possibly.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. You have a point there. Anyway, it's something to consider. Interesting. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. A woman? Or a kid? Okay.
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Understood. Anything else?
This trash container is locked. The body is downwind from here.
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we might want to ask for a key from the manager of the whirling.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in." This trash container is locked. The fourth time isn't happening. You've jammed the pry bar. There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid.
Let's ask the manager for the key. This is clearly not working.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covered. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front and then accelerated. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard before heading south.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city. I'm not sure.
You could follow the tracks.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs...
Thank you for clearing that up.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks...
I thought as much.
Well, yes.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Okay, then.
What do you need?
It concerns the case.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
This trash container is with a well... Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied.
Among the thread as the legs of
the victim's clothes. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar mark, blue jeans. The belt is missing.
Something slimy catch. A drab, long-sleeved.
This is a military-type overgarment. No.
The rest of the rags are...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back. You see, a box falls into pieces in your hands. Baptiste, it's just organic. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out. Something larger. A clipboard.
Officer, is that your... Yes, it is. Look. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not... It would also not hurt to start taking notes.
Some items, such as the ledger you found.
You pick out a broken mug, only in it.
You've acquired an interactable...
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The smell is repulsive. It pushes... you until a pool of vomit lies under your feet.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear it. That young woman, the gardener, if she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check.
It's just a racist mug. What's this? It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board. Right. What more do you need? An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth. The surface is interrupted by a silvery stick.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. Any capable light with the right wavelength. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to read.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
It depends. Aside from an
maybe yours will have how many years you've been on the force, he's thinking.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden, they're not exactly white. They're yellow. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of... It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. It's okay. We all make...
Like a fan of girls, the checkered papers dry in your hand. Yes, a title, one might say even. One that, yes, all others appear more. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them, up close. There is, once all the tasks are accomplished, the task you've completed. Inspect the interview. It's not exactly poetry. A satisfying slash sounds across the things to be done and things.
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out. Yes, how very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular seat. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things.
Your secret is safe with the rotten cabbage of paper. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. Why, yes, your precinct number, every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. Feeling isn't really the jurisdiction. It takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start? It would be very interesting to read about these. That's all you got. Who knows? One day you may still catch the man with the square gun. Murder. Tum tum tum. At the hook, beaten to death by a throng of... Joseph Mills was on this case. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not okay. So the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere. And you look into it. Yeah. So anyway, no one enters. No one. Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal. See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah. It was smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden paper in the back, then rip the 3. The topmost. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A dozen pages of thin copy paper. These are quite sinister in a monetary penalization, but they appear pleasantly vague. Yes, the rest of the stinking cellulose it's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone. Something rattles in permeables. It's not. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see it with your hands. You 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board. Is not what you end up. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess, suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
is never. No. Yes. An awareness creeps. Ex-love. Do you really? You wouldn't.
Fear and apprehension.
There's this giant in. You can't even make. Vying for resources. Yeah.
The sound. You hear a jingle. It's this fan, or has it been? The blades come squeaking to it. You swoop. What you have, if it's your an ominous, foreboding feeling. The window stands broken in its frame. What do you mean? Assess the damage. The morning light. A mirror, hot. Suddenly, you realize you have no mirror. Really? Or as you abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you. Yeah. There. Where to even. It's not. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between. Behold, you have no idea who this thing is. Too late. You clearly. Please stop. Oh my. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You should check yourself for a. You find no sign of life on your. Like the rest of you. It comes from a bad place, somewhere in the past. That's all. It's too late.